Stop chasing, man. Y'all get on in here. Get on in here. We got a lot to discuss today. What's going on? Liz, I see you. Scorpion Queen, how you doing? Best Beezy in the building. Let's go. Learn to love your story. I like that name. What up? Man, Marcel, I didn't pull the trigger on Google. Got to stop doing that, but smack. Okay. Hey, listen, you smack one of them, you'll get another one. But yeah, man, listen. If I'm laid back in the cut, Billy, if I'm not saying much, just know I'm plotting a crazy play. Just know that. If I'm on the live in the Prosperity Collective and I'm talking and then you see me just kind of go quiet, just you could rest assured like I'm cooking, setting up something that we can get into. All right, we was able to smack Google, easy money. But I got some beautiful setups for y'all today. I want to talk about. I want to start this live off by just first and foremost inviting those who have been hanging out with us to the Prosperity Collective. All right, as you guys see on my lives, there's a lot of people in the more of an inner circle, right? Not to create exclusivity or none of that bull, right? But we really a family over in TPC, right? We win together. What I'm saying? Like people take losses, they learn their lessons. They got other people lifting them up. It's a real environment for people that's trying to learn this. And if you've been, a lurker, right? You've been, watching the content, implementing the stuff. I know it's been working out because it's been working out, right? But you're ready to like really pull the trigger and get involved. It's time to hit that link in the description in all of my videos. All right, the Prosperity Collective, TPC. All right, come on in and join. All right, now we're gonna get to these levels. Let me see who up in here though. Let me know where y'all chiming in from. QTZ in the building. Adam, what up, man? Jamal, what's up? What's up? Zay, nah. We took profits on Nvidia. We took nice profits on Nvidia. Um, yeah, we got up out of there, bro. Happy Wednesday, Brittany. Good to see you. How you feeling today? Jamie, what's going on? Oh yeah, you gotta hit that like button. Doop! One time for me. Look, don't come in here and don't show love. That'll just like what we doing that for? No extendo. You said you're in the video wondering if you should just exit. You didn't take profits with everybody when we took it? When did you get in the video? Did you get in recently or were you in it with us? What's good? Took a big L on IWM trying to shake it. When did you take IWM? You didn't get into the winning IWM play with all of us? That's that? Nah, straight up. Learn to love. Straight up. If I get quiet, I'm cooking. That's it. I'm plotting. Took profits on Nvidia. Yeah, we made profits on Nvidia and Netflix. And shit, CoreWeave even wound up working out, y'all. CoreWeave worked out. I took my L on CoreWeave, but anybody that held it worked out. But that's a sample of a rug pull. Nvidia had enough reason for us to hold on to it. CoreWeave did not, but it still wound up working out. So I mean, everything we call on this live are bangers, just straight up and down. Everything we call in the group is bangers, straight up and down. As y'all come in, hit the like button on this video. All right, we're gonna jump into some levels in just a second. I just want to see who's in here. Can you look at MU and SanDisk? Of course I can, Liz. Absolutely. James, what's going on? John Presley in the building. Yeah, Best Beezy got 90% on Nvidia. There we go. Yeah, it was plenty of opportunity. You got in later. Okay. Yeah, I was going to take another entry on Nvidia today, but it just never crossed into that level like I wanted it to. But like I said, we did catch Google for a quick. Some people got 20%. I got 17% personally. But yeah, let's see. hit that like button for me. Cortez, what it do? He said, welcome, sneak listeners. Nah, real talk. Look, hey, look, it's all love, but look, at some point, y'all got to come mess with us, man. Like, we know y'all on here. Just come join the fam, right? Come join the fam. I'm telling you, it's a dope vibe. We just be having a good time. Everybody they self, everybody's energy is welcome. It ain't no weird business going on in there. It ain't no upsells. You can just relax, make money, and feel supported. That's really what the TPC is, right? I keep saying the TPC. TPC. Doop! You already know what it is. You know, I'm having to start from scratch and did good yesterday. Didn't play it right today with iDub. Hey, it's all good, Tofu. It's all good, Tofu. Am I saying that right? Is it tofu in the vert, or is it to fund the vert? Some of y'all names I don't be knowing. Yeah, we got out of in Nvidias, eh? Yep, core we've hit crazy. Took a loss. Oh man, yeah, we took profits on Nvidia. In the group, I know we're going back and forth between calls and puts. Market was very complicated today. I just take my S dot like with time you'll understand the rhythm. This is what I'll recommend to all of y'all. All right, and hear me on this. If you are learning, right, it is, in my opinion, better to earn while you learn to get to that first cushion. So you got two experienced traders that are taking our time and plays, right? If you follow our lead, we win way more than we take losses. If you just follow our lead to your first milestone, that will give you a cushion, right? Make your first 10. I don't know, where everybody's pockets are. Make your first 10 grand by just like following our lead. Still be studying, still be learning, but this is an easy way for you to just accelerate your account, and you can take your own trades on a paper trade account and you can check it against, right? Like, how am I doing compared to how you guys are doing? It's real simple. Because here's the thing. Me and Isaiah are not losing money. So if you're taking the plays that we're taking, you won't be losing money either. You see how easy that is? I'm not saying that has to be what you do forever, but like, get to your first milestones first. Like, set a couple of milestones you want to hit first. And like I said, simultaneously you could be taking these in a paper account. But this is an easy way to get your bank up. Tito, what up? Where you at in the DMV, Tito? What part of DMV you from? I'm DMV. And what's going on, brother? 1,000 proof. What up? What up? Yeah, it's one of them days, no extendo. It was one of them days to take profits early. Like, today is not one of them ride it out kind of days. But I think that we are starting to see a clearing in the market. Tofu in the vert. I like that. So you saying like you a vegan driving a convertible? Is that what you're saying? You be eating tofu in the convertible? Am I reading that right? Hey, Wonder, what up? Web Dean, how you feeling, man? You said your entry was at 182.50 instead of, okay. I see, Liz. All right, we're gonna get you right. Don't worry about that. Ozone Oso, what up? All right, y'all. Y'all get on in here. Again, y'all, if you are new, go ahead and hit that like button for me. All right. I never gatekeep any sort of levels or information. I'm gonna give you the plays right here. I just need you to hit that like button. All right. And again, if you want to join a community of top tier traders, you want to join a community of people who are changing their life, the Prosperity Collective is the way. Stop playing with yourself. Hit the link in the description. All right. The WAP. Go ahead and hit the WAP. hit doop on the wop, right? Go ahead, make the small investment, join the community, and you'll thank me later. Okay. Now, in this community, we do have like so I know a lot of people that may be watching this, they they might not know anything about trading. We got a pretty much 9 hour course in the collective group, right? In our Discord, where you can go and learn everything you need to learn about trading before you even start trading. All right. Also, while you're learning, you could be earning. All right. You're also going to be able to see the stories and the makings and developments of other peers, right? People just like you or that once were in your shoes. All right. This is a group where you can ask questions and get them answered. You don't got to worry about that chat going and you just being like, damn, they forgot about me. We're going to get to you. We're going to come around. We're going to greet you. We're going to address you. We're going to answer your questions. All right. I just wanted to get that out there before I get started giving y'all these plays. Stacy in the building. Can you hear me now, Stacy? Can you hear me? Darrell, what up? How you feeling? He said it's just the name. Hey, I mess with it though. I mess with it. Tofu in the vert. Alexandria, but bought a house in Akaki. Oh yeah, okay. I remember we had that. Okay, yeah. We had that talk. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, yep. The first J, what up? Look, Billy Courtney said he made 7,000 his first month in the Prosperity Collective. Come on now. Are you related to the Bensons in Alexandria? I might be. I might be. I got some fam that's still in VA. Who you know? Who you talking about? KP. What up, cuz? What up, cuz? How you feeling? Get into it. All right, there we go. He's like, I used to trade MU and print it, but now it's IWM and swings with my. Listen, talk to them. They don't call me the swing king for no reason. All right, let's get into it, y'all. Enough about that. Let's jump into it, which I came for. All right, let's get into these levels. All right, so first things first, we're gonna go straight into Microsoft. This is a swing right here, y'all. We close above this green line, swinging it. All right, we've been talking about this for quite some time, right? This has been coming down since November. It consolidated starting in December, right? Late November, December, consolidated and continued to fall. I drew the trend line right here, but the trend line really extends all the way up here. We're breaking out of this medium-term trend right here. We got the close outside of it yesterday. Today is the confirmation day. If we can close above this green line right here, 4 weeks out. All right, 4 weeks out, we just gonna let it cook. We're gonna let it cook up to about 473. Right? That's gonna be the final. The initial target is gonna be 431, 431.30. All right. So if we can get this to close above this green line, swing it for 4 weeks to try to get this pop right in here to 431.30 or 90. Right? I just say 431 flat. Let's take it a little bit before the bearish order block. All right. So make sure y'all mark those levels. All right, a close above four. Hold on. Just want to make sure this line is lined up. Yeah, 408.50. It's above it right now. So as long as it closes above 408.50 on the day, I'm looking to swing this to about 431. Okay, and I want to do this for at least 30 days out. All right. Now, before I get into any other levels or we start to look at any other profitable setups on these charts, I got to say, man, this is for entertainment purposes only. Y'all know how we do. I'm just a dude on YouTube talking, all right? This is not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't give you financial advice. It's impossible, all right? Anything that you decide to get into, you're getting into it because you use the brain that God gave you, right? You are you know what I'm saying, doing your own due diligence, your own research, your own homework, and you're not taking it because I said to take it. All right, we got to get that out the way. All right. But again, what's brewing here on Microsoft is a moonshot, right? We got this huge fair value gap up here that it wants to come and correct. But we're going to run into a little bit of traffic in this bearish order block. Again, there's going to be a lot of review on some of these lives, all right? So for those who are new, I need you to go get your order block detectors by Lux Algo. Throw it on your chart. It's going to make your life a lot easier, okay? Order block detector by Lux Algo. Go to the indicator tab in Trading View and make sure you cut that on. You don't have to make any adjustments to it. It's fine exactly how it is. Okay? This is going to let you know where institutions are getting into buy and where they're getting into sell, where they think the stock is too cheap, where they think the stock is too expensive. Okay? This is going to really help us to understand good entries and exits. All right, so if we're getting into a call and there's a bearish order block up here where institutions want to sell out of that stock, that might be a good place for us to start taking profits. All right. If we see a green order block, a bullish order block, that might be a good place to purchase because we have the assistance of institutions also doing the same thing at that price point. All right, so we don't want to go against smart money. We don't want to try to, outwit them or anything like that. We just going to rock with them. Simple. We also want to have fair value gaps, specifically by Nephew Sam. This is going to give you the fair value gaps that are formed as they're forming, disappear as they get closed up, right? Same with the order blocks. This is going to keep you abreast of what's going on price action-wise. We use fair value gaps similar to the way we use order blocks. We read the price action off of it. If we get something rejecting off of a fair value gap and we get a reversal signal off of it, we can rest assured that it's not trying to close that fair value gap just yet. It may need a pullback before it goes and closes that fair value gap. Okay? So make sure y'all have those on. Also, you want to make sure you have your strat assistant on. All right? I know y'all used to just green and red candles, but man, when you start seeing purple candles, ooh. When you start seeing yellow candle, talk to them, y'all. Anybody that knows the strat method, like we ain't looked at just green and red candles in I don't know how long. Right? When you start understanding what a purple candle means, followed by a purple candle with a green wrap, followed by a green candle, 3-2. Talk to them. All right, y'all want to have all of these things on. This is going to make your trading so much easier. All right, I'm not knocking the way that anybody's trading, but I'm gonna tell you this. I've traded for quite some time. I used to trade with EMAs, was a great trader then, right? Became an even better trader when I cut them off. All right, I know a lot of people are teaching, oh, when the EMA crosses this and this, it's like that's an introduction, you know what I mean? But once you start to put together some of these other strategies and couple them with like order blocks, fair value gaps, and strat, it makes it make a lot more sense. All right. So I want to make sure y'all got that on. Let me pop over to y'all, make sure I'm not missing any questions. Microsoft, we're gonna do 30 days, Best Busy. It broke the friend line. You already know. When it break the friend line, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. All right. You usually get at the money exactly, Web. That's typically where I'm taking it. At the money. You can go out the money a little bit if you're trying to like bargain shop a little bit, but at the money is usually going to give me the best like delta theta that I'm looking for. Them three exactly. You already know, Best B. What's your price for a call? You talking about for Microsoft? I haven't looked at the contract prices yet, so I'm not sure. But when I'm ready to get into it, I'll definitely let you know. Yeah, and them yellow inside ones. I'm telling you. So yeah, Microsoft is looking really good, y'all. Again, I'm gonna get it about 30 days out. I'm gonna get it about 30 days out because I would like to see this, cook for a little bit. And there's also a possibility, of a retest of the fair value gap. So, getting it out 30 days will allow for, like, drawdown that won't drive you crazy, if it does decide to do that. And may even possibly add if there's some version of a pullback. But this is a really clean setup, y'all. Okay, what else did I see? Uh, Man, Nvidia is cooking, y'all. Nvidia is cooking. Nvidia might be a good intraday right now. Hold on. It got above that level we've been waiting for it to get above. It took out the previous that previous high. This might be swing territory too, yo. The only thing that I'm a little concerned about is the rejection of the fair value. Because the same way that something can be a confirmation, let me show y'all this real quick. I'm gonna tell y'all this every day. The trend line is the friend line. It's gonna keep you aware of every possibility. So when we're looking at this right here, right? Yesterday was supposed to be the explosion day, but we got the rug pull, so it turned into an inside candle day, right? Today is starting to take off a little bit. However, we got this fair value gap right here at the bottom of this candle, which is creating a little bit of a resistance. Okay? So what I'm seeing from that resistance is enough for me to connect these 3 points to create the top side of a bearish, um, I'm sorry, a bear flag. Not a bearish flag, but a bear flag. All right? And I'm gonna go right here at the bottom to create the bottom side. All right. So again, we want to put that on there, even though the upside looks like it could be, tomorrow and maybe Friday. We still got to be cautious of it possibly breaking down. This is why I always, like, whenever I see something rejecting, I'm like, all right, this might be a good time to put a trend line on it just to make sure I'm not tripping. All right. Because if you forget to put the trend line on, you're going to lose sight of the possibility of it going in the opposite direction. So I always want to, like, know, okay, it's like a dividing net for a tennis match. It's like I just want to know what side it's on at all times. All right. So as long as it's like staying in this area, cool, right? It could be a consolidation, cool. If it breaks up above here, all right, no more bear flag. But if it breaks down out of here, we might be wanting to come down a little bit more. All right, so I'm always trying to see, like, what patterns. You see, I did it here, right? Bull flag, that worked out. Bull flag, that worked out. I'm putting bear flag right here. I'm not saying I want it to work out, but it's a possibility that it comes down. So I actually would not swing Nvidia just because it's rejecting, right here at this fair value. But it does look good. If anybody held on, I know some people that held on to Nvidia and were waiting for a little bit longer to get their profits. There is no way that you're not in profit now on Nvidia. Is there anybody still holding Nvidia? It should be no way that you're not in profit. If you're not in profit, I don't know exactly what you did. All right. This Tito, I'm talking about a phone W. You talking about a phone call? Hold on. Oh, what's my price for a phone call? Oh man, I'm like, okay, you talking about what? Okay, I was like, what? What do you mean, like a call? Yeah. You know what? I don't even know, Tito. Just email me, bro. Um, just email me. I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try to hit your head. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna charge you. Just if it's something that we can discuss in like a half hour, like I'll hop on the phone with you. That ain't no problem. I ain't about to charge you. All right. I'll drop my just hit me in the DM in the Prosperity Collective, and I'll shoot you my number. We can hop on a quick call. That ain't no issue. Um, let's see. All right, man. Coinbase went crazy, y'all. Look at this. Everybody that's been holding tightly to crypto stocks and stuff like that. The time to shine might be around the corner. We got a big jump on Bitcoin which is why Coinbase is going crazy like this, up 15% today. Okay, what's going on here? Yeah. So look at this, and it got. I mean, look, it's a clean chart up to the next bearish order block at about 260. Right? Yeah, there's this little gap right here. So we may have a day where it comes back to try to fill the gap, but there's times where gaps do not get filled, y'all, or they may not get filled for a while. Um, if it rejects hard off of this level like tomorrow, it could possibly be wanting to come down and form a double bottom, which would actually be really good if it can form a double bottom down here at 150. Right? That's one scenario. Right? It could fall down here, form a double bottom, and then make its way up to that 260 something area, which it would have a much better chance of doing if it did, come here and form that double bottom. Um, but yeah, this might be something that we could get into a little bit later. I do want to see a little bit more progress on crypto at large before I start, getting into those trades again. But yeah, solid. All right, so SanDisk. I'm gonna look at SanDisk. I know Liz said she wanted to see SanDisk. Let's look at SanDisk. Again, as y'all are coming in, do me a favor, hit that like button for me one time. Doop! That's all I need from you. All right, I'm never gonna gatekeep levels. Never gonna keep anything that you need away from you, right? With the intention of trying to manipulate you into something else. I ain't gonna do that. But all I ask is just hit that like button. That's it. That's all I need. That's all I need. All right. Um, okay. Yeah, SanDisk is in a a little consolidation right now. Um, this is a version of a flag, right? Um, has this little consolidation right here. Um, some may call this a double bottom. Today could be considered a confirmation day. I don't like it. I don't like confirmation days closing with like wicks, especially when they're wicking off of a fair value gap. So I don't know. I'm not really a fan of this in this particular level of like traffic. I mean, yeah, I would like it if it were to get above highs. If it can take out highs and take out this bearish order block right here. So let's see if it can take out. I mean, well, highs is up here, but if it can take out this bearish order block, like right here, like 688, let's say 688.50. Um, I'm not mad at that, right? I'm not really interested in it right here though. It's just too much chop. Let me look at it on the weekly because there could be another thing forming. Let's see. Yeah, it's not really clear on the weekly either. It looks more like it may be coming down on the weekly. We still got 2 days left. It's looking more like it may be coming down into this fair value gap. So yeah, I wouldn't be interested in calls in that or really anything in that. Not just yet. It could be great later, but right now it's nothing like that I would signal to y'all to get into. All right, let's see what I got in here. MU, then I go MU, then I go Palantir. Let's go. Again, as y'all come in here, hit that boop, one time for me. All right, MU. straight up. Um, you looks cool. Got a similar setup to SanDisk. Am I tripping, or does this look just like what we came away from? This looks very similar. Man, these charts are starting to load a little slow right now. Yeah. Um, Micron is very similar to SanDisk. Again, y'all. So my focus, I just want to be clear about this. So like when y'all come here, y'all understand what I'm looking for. A lot of these plays, right? It might be a crazy move on like the 30 minute, right? It might be a crazy move on like the hourly or the 2 hour. And a lot of times, like that's what Isaiah will talk about, right? He'll talk about some, like levels for the next day or something like that. We get around to that, but this specifically, I'm trying to find y'all swings. You know what I'm saying? So something might have a decent setup on a lower time frame, but I'm looking for something that's going to be able to pan out within the week or a couple of weeks and beyond, right? So I'm only really focused on like the daily time frame. So if there's chop in the daily and there's not really a like a clean opportunity for like a massive recovery or change of direction, oftentimes I'm not really gonna mess with it. All right, come on, man, what's up with this chart? Don't do me like that. All right, y'all, bear with me for just 1 second. I don't know what's going on with this chart. Give me just 1 second. This is insane. All right, MU. MU had a very strong day today. Almost up 6% on the day. Trading view is really acting up right now, y'all. It's just lagging. My internet is fine. Let's see. All right. Well, anyhow, with MU, it has a very similar setup to what we just saw, right? As you can see, it's wicking off the fair value gap. Very similar to what we just saw on I believe it was SanDisk. And I'm not really, seeing like a obvious play. It's outside. It broke outside of this uptrend, and it did fall pretty hard, like as expected. But it did bounce right back up because of this order block right here. So it's a strong possibility that it goes like back into a consolidation. Um, and I'm not really feeling that, right? So I don't see anything that's swingable on MU, so I'm not going to spend much time on it. Um, Again, the next time I'll be interested in MU would be above highs of 455.86, um, or possibly coming down to an order block, down in like the 300s, right? Um, but other than that, I'm not really on a swing tip. There's nothing here that's like super exciting. Now, if this closed more bullish, then yeah, this might be confirmation day, and you could take it up to retest this trend line. Up at about maybe like 430 or something like that. That could be a nice little run. May run into traffic at like 417 in the fair value gap, right? Like we talk about swings, but yeah, I'm not really a fan of it. I'm gonna go to Palantir again. As y'all are coming in, man, hit that like button for me one time. Boop. That's all I need. All right. Also, I'm here every day, Monday through Friday, 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern. We are here just strictly scalping the market for or scouring the market for levels that line up with some sort of opportunity to get into a swing. All right. So we're looking for swings all day on this live, right? Profitable setup for you. 2600. What it do, man? How you feeling? Did we look at Path? Nah, we can look at Path though. Path is in the clear, y'all. I gave y'all the levels for Path, but we can look at it. It's ready to go. It broke and closed above the level that it needed to at $11. So we can go back and look at it. But yeah, I'm gonna look at Palantir real quick, and then I'll jump into some of these other players. Let's see, we got quite a bit in the chat. All right, so Palantir, man, Palantir put in major work over this week, over the course of this week. Big week for Palantir, obviously because of war, right? We know that Palantir is considered a defense organization. So whenever there is terror or war, you will see a lot of Palantir price action, right? A lot of strong Palantir price action. So Palantir was down at 120 something just last week, and made its way all the way up to 153. So we're talking about almost $30 jump. So this is really good. It's currently sitting in the order block. It still could come up and clean these fair value gaps up. But again, I wouldn't recommend taking any calls when anything is sitting in a bearish order block. To me, it just doesn't add up. All right, so if it can clear this order block, meaning like get above like 156, then it may wanna retrace, up to this bearish order block at 175, but it will be a fight with these four fair value gaps that it has leading up to it. All right, there could be some rejections. There could be some consolidations that are caused by these fair value gaps. So again, if it can close above here, I think the cleanest next target would be about um, just a retracement of this next candle. So maybe about I'm trying to see. About 165 would be a good first target if it can break free of this bearish order block. All right, so above 157, you could take that to about 165. But other than that, like I'm not really like I said, I wouldn't take a call while it's sitting where it is. All right, let's see. So from my own research, what I've seen is that when we get to a good two candle for the next week, Amazon could go this whole month because bullish weekly three is a very strong. So there's a weekly three on Amazon, a three up. I'm gonna go check it out. It's bullish weekly three. Yeah, I'll check it out. Got out of NVIDIA this morning at 20%. There we go, Tiffy. Yeah, Tiff. You knew it was a million people waiting for you to drop your contact info in the chat. Listen, listen, listen. That's why I was like, you know what? I was low key about to, but I was like, hold up, yeah. And also, y'all, like, I'm not trying to set a precedent. Like, I don't want y'all, I don't want a million people calling me, but if there's something that there's somebody like you really, you really feel like you need that you can't get from here, I may hop on the phone, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not about to talk to a bunch of people on the phone. It's all love, but I don't have that kind of time. Casey, how you feeling? Yeah, no, exactly 2600. It's good to see you. All right, let's get back to it, y'all. Um, hold on, what was that? What was the order? It was another one that I wanted to look at. Mm. 61 views, only 46 likes. You actually getting free money for just a like. We not begging, just a little appreciation. Hey, real talk. Appreciate that, yo. Real talk, yo. I'm not gonna beg for the like, but I mean, just add up what we done gave away on this live. I'm gonna be real. You go back and look at the lives and just add it up. Somebody tell them add it up. If that's not worth taking your finger and being like, "Ooh," I don't know what is, but you know, we'll leave it there. You said you want puts. All right. ONDS and USAR. Let's go ONDS real quick. I'll say this too, y'all. When you give likes and it helps out the channel, it allows me to keep coming with even more. Right? It allows me to continue to show up for y'all for free. All right. You know what, man? This is really about to. I don't know why this thing is moving so slow today. And I'm not trying to like end the live and like restart and all that stuff. But this is like waiting is getting kind of frustrating for these charts to come up. All right, let's see. Let's see what ONDS is saying. I'm about to drop my cell phone number in the chat right now, yeah. Call me anytime. Call me anytime you want to. He said Amazon could go this whole month. There we go. Y'all on it. Y'all on it. He said 3 people missing from the light. Y'all on it. Y'all on it. Daily Bread, what up? Yeah. Amazon has back-to-back gap. Yeah. Yo, Amazon might be the one. I ain't gonna lie. We'll get to it in a second. But it might be the one, yo. Microsoft and Amazon might be the two that we go for. Um, all right. Again, man, I appreciate y'all patience with this with trading you acting up like this. Come on now. All right. So ONDS Mm. Yeah, this could fall pretty hard actually because um, it's a bearish harami um, coming off of a wick off this fair value. Got strong reversal signal here. It dropped and gave the confirmation here, and it's saying that it wants to fall a little bit more here. However, it could, this consolidation, this area seems to, create like a little consolidation. Uh, I would prefer it outside the range, but this could it, the next candle could be the candle that brings it down into this bullish order block here. But it's just not high probability enough for me. There are a few confluences there, but it's not enough for me to signal it, y'all. So I think that we could get something a little cleaner. But yeah, I see what you mean with ONDS, but just not quite there. All right. I'm gonna go to Amazon real quick because I'm trying to make sure that we can grab something before the live is over. All right. This is what we do as a community every day, y'all. We sit. We essentially, what we doing? We essentially studying, y'all. We studying together, right? We seeing what's going on in the market. Ooh, yeah. It been trying to bounce too. Like it got three 2Ds back to back on the daily. Let me look at the weekly. That was talking about a three on the weekly. Oh yeah, with this big fair value gap. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We could go into a 3-2 on the weekly. Ooh, all right. So this is what I'm gonna say about Amazon. They may try to pull it back tomorrow, or maybe even Friday, right? But that's the thing about when you looking at the weekly and you like smack dab in the middle of the week. You can't always call like what the week is doing, right? I drew these targets on here a while ago. All right, and what did I? Oh, I said break above, take calls. Damn. Oh, so I drew this out already. Oh, and it. Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me look on the daily one more time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It hit the break level. Yeah. This might be a 30-day swing right here. Yeah. And it's a count. Yeah. I like this. I like this a lot actually. These might be the two. 2600. Shout out to you for bringing this one. Shout out to 2600 for bringing this Amazon back. You was in Amazon until January 2027, and you was down 40%, and you closed it yesterday, and now it's oh yeah, where hey, if you had it to 2027, you had plenty of time. Um, hey, when you see drawdown, um, maybe pop in the group, right? This is what I recommend y'all do for everybody that's in the Prosperity Collective. I'm talking to my to all my members right now, right? If there's something that you're analyzing on your own, and or it's a long term play or it's a leap or something that you're in, I want you to you can take a moment to you can screenshot it and just pop it into the group with the community in the stock options section and just be like, yo, what y'all think about this? And we gonna get you right. So we not gonna let you if y'all this is what I want y'all to really understand. This is really what community is about. You don't gotta suffer in silence. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not picking on you, Webb, but I'm glad that you came and said that because I want to make sure that y'all understand this. All right. If there's something that you're not sure about, I'm telling you in the Prosperity Collective, you can go in the option section, the stock option section. You can take a screenshot. You can be like, yo, this is what I'm looking at. I'm down this much. Like, what y'all think about holding this? We're gonna get you right. If it's not me or Zay, somebody's gonna come and chime in. Like, you're gonna have the support of your comrades. All right. So I never want y'all to feel like y'all gotta go take a loss by yourself, right? And if something is looking crazy, I'll be like, yo, that looks crazy. Get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Get up out of there. But if it's like, yo, there's something that's brewing here, you'll get that too. So I just wanted to put that on y'all. Like, feel free to just, like, if you got a question, ask it, please. All right. Yeah, nah. 2600. Thanks for bringing that joint back, because I definitely wasn't even watching it. I did draw it out, but I forgot all about it. But I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so let's go. I'm gonna go look at Microsoft again and see if Microsoft is starting to push back. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So Microsoft is starting to push down a little bit, rejecting off of this fair value gap. So we'll hold on that. But I think I'm gonna take a swing on Amazon, yo. I'm liking Amazon. This is, like I said, all of the levels was drawn out. Um, I like it on the weekly. The only thing that I will say, that, and it's not even a problem with this, but it's like it's a concern in terms of the point in which we enter. I have full confidence that it's going up, but what I'm concerned about is, like, on the weekly, are they gonna drop it one day? Right? We should be in the clear because today is the last day before normal weeklies for expirations. So if there was any manipulation, it would have been the day before, like we saw with a lot of stuff. Um, so we should be good in that regard. I like this. It's a clean 3-2 setup, right? We got a three. We could have a whole week that takes us back to the top of this. And there's actually a few other setups across the market that hint at the fact that the market wants to start recovering. Um, so I like this a lot. Going back to the daily, it's the first day that it did break our level, right? You see right here, I put break above, take calls, target one, target two, target three, right? It's broken above. If this closes bullish, I'm gonna take it, yo. So in the last 10 to 15 minutes of the market, I'm gonna be entering Amazon. All right, I'm gonna be entering Amazon. That's gonna be a banger right there. All right, let's see. What's the strike price you're taking for Amazon? Um, I don't know. Let me. It's gonna be right at the money. It'll probably be like 217. But when I do it, I'll let you know. I ain't gonna leave y'all hanging. I'll let y'all know when I take it. All right. What we talking about? You see, I'm gonna be on point. I'm gonna be on point for that. They just might. I'm gonna keep an eye out. Yeah, nah, straight up. That Microsoft and Amazon gonna be, they gonna those gonna be two solid ones, man. Nah, for sure. Where, like I say, we all in this thing together. Scorpion Queen. I think you may have missed. Did you miss a day in the Discord like a couple days ago? Only reason I asked is because at the money, Mr. Miami. Um, at the money. Only reason I asked is because, we took profits on D&G. I said D. God damn it! I keep saying D&G on DG on Dollar General DG. We took profits on DG, Scorpion Queen. We got up out of there in full profits. You said you're gonna go one in the money. One in the money. Look at what's the delta looking like? Best B on one in the money. Because sometime that one in the money delta be looking it's worth the difference in price. You know what I'm saying? You take that one in the money, you might be moving at 60 cents per dollar. Let's see. I'm out of it a bit, but I see it's dropping again. So what's your profit on it so far? We like I said, we took profits, but if you're oh you said you're out okay, you are out of it, but you see it's dropping again. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, it was I didn't make another call on it. Um but let me see. Let me see what it's looking like in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, it could fall pretty nicely. Again, the only thing I'm concerned about is like you see when we get a fail two up, and then you see this green area, this order block here. When we get failed two ups near order blocks, this is what they tend to do. They tend to wick off the order block and then bounce back up. See, so I'm never the only thing that is being signaled right here is a is a downward move a a put, but I wouldn't get a put because of these huge bullish order blocks right here. It just doesn't. To me, it's going to be Wick City. You know what I mean? And we'll find ourselves in a very frustrating play. So so yeah, I would lay off the Dollar General. Um, Now if we get some sort of yeah, it's a lot. It's heavy. It's heavy selling. Yeah, this gonna be consolidation. It's heavy selling and buying in this little range right here. I wouldn't really mess with Dollar General anymore. I think we caught it at its best moment. You know what I mean? We caught it at its best moment. We took all the juice out of it. Um, Not saying that it cannot come down, right? Because anything is possible in the market. But when you look at how the stock behaves off the order block, that's what created the trend. So we could see it come down here and then push back up. Um, and maybe what we can do is just like take that out, and just keep this trend line right here in mind. So we can let matter of fact, this is actually a beautiful play. We can let DG Dollar General come down and retest this order block, and then the moment that it breaks out of this trend line right here, then we can decide to re-enter. That could be a really solid play. All right, that could be a really solid one. All right, again, y'all, if y'all are just joining, welcome. Hit that like button for me one time. Boop! That's all I need you to do is just take one finger, hit that like button on the mouse or the keyboard, whatever, however you do it. Just hit that like, show some love and appreciation for the channel, and all that we give. All right. What's the expiration for Amazon? With Amazon, I'm actually let's see. We got the targets written out, so that's not much work. Let's see. Yeah, this is a killer setup on Amazon, and the reason it's so good is because it's no longer in a bear flag kind of a thing. It broke this. It was in this range right here, right? It broke into this fair value gap. This is clean. Um, where my targets at? Come on, pop up. Also, y'all study something real quick, y'all. Look at every single time it broke a trend line, went down, right? Went above a trend line, popped up like crazy, right? Broke the trend line right here, popped up like crazy, right? And now we're in this current, we got this current, we had this most recent trend line that it respected. So, and again, we can always stretch it. I always encourage you guys to stretch the trend lines too, to just give you a little more insight. So this is something I'm gonna do right now, um, as we are, like thinking about our targets. we got to also consider where the trend line is going to be as it relates to our targets, so that we can, prepare to exit accordingly when we're observing price action. All right, the trend line is going. You know how y'all be in play. Sometimes y'all be like, "Damn, I should have stayed in," or whatever. Or, man, I should have got out. A lot of times, like a trend line would have been like, "Get your ass up out of there." You see it rejecting off the trend line and the fair value, and it's around your target. Get up out of there. So y'all see this? So now that we got this trend line drawn, stretched like this, when we do enter into Amazon and it hits that first target, look, that third target just happens to be where? At the trend line. God damn. Do y'all see how this stuff be connecting? Right? Y'all see how it's just like when you draw lines on a chart, you start to see why certain areas just have random rejections and bounces and stuff like that. That is right here at the midpoint of this fair value gap, at the earlier part of this candlestick right here, even with where we got target three, written. And target three was already written. I didn't just put that there to make it fit. I already had it written out. Right? So it's important to always draw the trend line. So this could be the area where it really starts to find some real resistance. All right. And then what we could do is take profit, take that, if you have multiple contracts, take that last profit up here, and then we wait. Then it might pull back and form a bull flag. And then it might, that bull flag might send it outside of this, this bear trend line, right? This bearish trend line. So we go up, we meet the, take a little bit of profit here. Boom, take a little profit here. Leave a runner. Get to the third target. Take profit. We fully out. It pulls back. Then it breaks through. All right, we're gonna enter again because now we're gonna take it up to here, about 245. Y'all see how that works? You can always hit the take profit button too. When I'm giving you guys these targets, I'm giving you guys direction. I'm giving you guys an idea of where to start considering making a move, because this is where like fair value gaps begin and end. All right. Again, with the trend line drawn on here, we see that, okay, coupled with this area, it could definitely be some resistance here. So we don't want to try to force hold it all the way through there. You see what I'm saying? Same with Netflix, right? We got out of Netflix. Why? Because it went up to 100, or 98, I think it was like right around 100, or right at 100, or right below 100. 100 was the target. We got out. All right. Now, if it breaks through that bearish order block, right, it gets through where you're putting your last target, you can always get right back in. All right. It got a 56 delta. Okay. Yeah, that's solid. What's the delta on at the money? Is it, you said out of the money 40? Okay, 46. All right, bet. Tiffany is requesting ABGO. Okay. All right, let's go look at it. I'm gonna do it quickly because we gotta, like I said, we gotta take Amazon. Matter of fact, hold on. Matter of fact, look, we'll come back to ABGO. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually gonna take Amazon. I'm gonna do Amazon. I'm gonna go off screen, and I'm gonna walk y'all through Amazon because I got a few things I gotta do. I gotta put it in the group and all of that stuff. So let me stop sharing. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. Hold up, yo. Gotta make sure it's pulled up in the group too. Swing King. Swing King call outs. What we doing? Amazon. Shut up. we go, y'all. Let's see. I just want to see what these prices looking like. But this gonna be a beautiful one, man. Beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie. A part of me want to swing it to the like to the end of the week, but I'm gonna be responsible. But I might take one on a smaller account with like to the end of the week. I'm gonna go 313. I'm gonna go 316. No, I don't think it needs that long. I'm gonna go three. I'm gonna go 3 to 6. I'm gonna go 311. I'm gonna go 311, y'all. You can go 311, 313. That'll put you to Friday. I'm gonna go 313. 313, 215 calls. Let me see what one in the money look like. Yeah. I'm gonna go, yeah, 215 calls. Get a few of those. All right. I'm in there. I'm in there. So 215 calls, 313, 2026. 313 expiration. And we're gonna go 215. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. All right, so we in there with that. We in there with that. Let's see. Let's see how we looking already. I think it cooked up a little bit since we got in. All right. Beautiful. All right, we already up a little bit, like a little over 1%. All right. That's in the group. Let me also see if Microsoft is a go real quick, y'all, and then we'll jump back into the charts. If y'all can't see me, it's my camera is my camera just gave me an alert that it needs to cool down. Um, so that's why it should be back. We're not gonna take Microsoft just yet. Even though it could pop, it doesn't have the close that I like. It's not getting the close that I like. We'll see what it does in the next 10 minutes. But it's not close. It's not closing above that 408.50 like I want to see it. So if we can get a close above that in the last 18 minutes of this market, then I will take entry on that. All right, y'all give me 1 second to get this camera back on. We should be back in business. We should be back in business. All right, there we go. Can y'all see me? Yeah, we waiting on. He said you fired. That's why. Hey, that's funny. all these fire plays on live, man. Got my camera overheating. Yeah. Real talk, yeah. All right, we're gonna look at AVGO real quick now. Again, like I said, Microsoft needs to close above 408.50 for us to take it. Um, and with that one, we can do. I like 30 days on Microsoft. Come on, man. AVGO. Yeah. I'm not really. It's just a lot of chop with AVGO right now. Um, it did have this three candle with the, it's a bullish harami off of a order block, so that is solid. But today it didn't take off like it needed to. I mean, it could go. I'm not gonna lie, because it's still gonna respect this setup right here because it is closing with a confirmation. Um, oh, and they got earnings today. Yeah, I'm not messing with it. It could go crazy, but just know that anything on earnings is a lottery. So I'm not gonna take it. Um, who was that was asking about AVGO? Yeah, I'm not taking it. So we took Amazon. Amazon is a go. That should be some beautiful profits for y'all. Um, took that out to 316. So that was a beautiful shot. Um, I took the 215s. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I took the I'm sorry, 313 expiration 215 calls is what we took. Again, y'all, this ain't no financial advice, man. I'm just on here entertaining y'all. That's it. That entertainment sometimes can lead to big money, but can't guarantee that for y'all. You said they report cut at the close bell. Yeah. So yeah, ABGO could go crazy, but if you take it, it's a lottery, straight up and down. It's a lottery, and sometimes a lottery is worth it, right? Sometimes you want a little. Sometimes you want to play like with money that you don't mind losing the whole thing. Y'all hear me from time to time talk about sizing for zero. Like you can do that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't recommend you do it. I wouldn't recommend that it be your strategy all the time, but there are some trades where you can look at it and be like, look, I'm okay with losing this $100 if it doesn't work out, with the potential to make a 8x. You know what I mean? I I can't say that you can't do that. I just wouldn't make it a I wouldn't make it a habit. Yeah, what I named was in Amazon. Yvonne, there we go. They wanted to set you up 7%. Nice. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna let that cook for a little bit. Um, QUBT, let's look at it. What QUBT talking about? Quantum computing. Mm. Oh, they have earnings. Oh no, oh that was every year. I was like, damn, they got earnings too. Um, oh, this could be a nice one. Let's see. This could be a nice one, yo. I actually like this one a lot. You got an inside candle bounce off of the bullish order block. These fair value gaps up here to clean up. This is not bad. This is not a bad shot right here. I'm not going to take it, but it's not a bad setup. Um, this is one that could easily come and clean up the previous candle at about 856, which would be about a 4 or 5% movement. So yeah, there's definitely room here. Um, it's even cleaner, once it gets above this neckline right here at 916, because this is definitely like the makings of a double bottom, right? So it came down, came up, came back down, and it could take off again. So a break of this neckline would be ideal, but it's not a bad play. It's not a bad play at all. Like it wouldn't be silly to take that one. But again, I don't want to be in a million trades at one time, so I'm not gonna particularly take it. Uh, do you see a head and shoulders pattern on MCD? Let's see. When I think about McDonald's, I think about the CEO of McDonald's. You said the head and shoulders. What time frame you looking at? How much time is needed for which one? For Amazon, we did 313. If you're talking about Amazon, um, yeah, Amazon is 313, 215. So 215 calls, 313 expiration. Or you can do a little bit in the money and do like 212.50. Strike price. It's totally up to your budget. I don't see a head and shoulders pattern on McDonald's. Again, as y'all come into this live, man, hit that like button for me one time. Doop! That's all I need. All right, we're gonna keep giving you these plays. Y'all gonna keep getting this money. All I need is just a little finger tapping. That's it. All right, let's go AMPX while we wait for her to respond to the McDonald's thing. For Pixel to respond about McDonald's. Pixel, when you say how much time, are you referring to Amazon? Yeah, this is solid. This is today was a confirmation day. It broke above, made a higher high, coming off of this bullish engulfing. It looks like it's a V-shaped recovery, right? Looks like it's doing a V-shaped recovery. And could come back and retest up at about 1489. So yeah, this is a solid play. There's momentum here. There's a there's definitely reason to get into it. The only thing that I would be a little concerned about is a possible rejection. Just seeing what it did at this level, and this is yes, it has broken through that level, but we could be looking at something that does resemble a version of a head and shoulders. So if we get another rejection, here tomorrow, it could be wanting to honor a head and shoulders with the neckline being right here and it's slanted. So yeah, AMPX does. Somebody asked about McDonald's, but AMPX does have a head and shoulders. This is a head and shoulders right here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then a slanted neckline. So if it were to break, below this neckline, it could get ugly. It could also get ugly leading to that break, right? So they got a neckline right there, um, and now stretch it out. All right, so that's how the head and shoulders gonna work. So that's what I would be waiting for on AMPX. I wouldn't be really too concerned about anything before that. All right. Can you look at Unity real quick for long-term swings or leaps? Yeah, I got you. I need Amazon to a little bit. Yeah, no, Amazon might get you that honey bun, Miss Fufu, for sure. All right, so Unity. I'm guessing it's just Unity. Yeah, you is nice above this level right here. Hold on. If you can come above, if it can break above this level right here, 22.15, I'm into it. Anything before that, um, I'm not buying into a bearish order block. But if it can get above 215, 214, I'm sorry, if it can get above 22.15, then I definitely like it. So matter of fact, let me just draw that level right there. I mean, it's already, I don't really even need to draw it because it's the bearish order block. But once it takes out this level right here, then I'm into it for the little gap fill right here. Definitely, definitely. Um, Definitely. But what it may do is it may this may be the makings of a double bottom because it looks like I said the market is looking like it wants to try to make an attempt to come up. So what's starting to form is the makings of a lot of very strong bottom out patterns, which are like double bottoms, triple bottoms, things that are showing that okay the market has found a bottom. All right, so we got a ton of fair value gaps to the upside and we just been waiting for the market to get its act together and go back in that direction. So yeah, I would be like cautious of possible rejections to finish forming some of those patterns. So you don't want to get caught up in that, but just make sure you clear on the levels because even if it breaks through here, it could still come up and fill this fair value gap fully or partially, and it still be creating a double bottom, right? With the neckline, being like, right here or something like that. So it could come all the way up here, fill this fair value gap, and then fall back and then make a double bottom down here, and then make its way up because that double bottom is going to give it the juice that it needs to get all the way back up here. All right. Always remember, y'all, like strength is in the retest of something, right? It's in the retest. It's when something goes up, makes a little break, then it comes back down, and you're like, oh man, it's coming back down. It's like, no, it's actually going to get some power, right? It's going to gas up, get some fuel. I want y'all to think about this, right? You have to bend your knees to jump, right? What they always say, get a running start. So there's a lot of like, even like just think about a trampoline, right? Think about a slingshot, right? There's so many examples of having to go backwards or downwards to then go upward. So just always remember that like the retest is really going to be where the full um, like the fuel is. All right, you said target for Amazon. I'll update the group with it, but it's the fair value gaps. I'll put it in the Swing King chat. Um, let's see. Yeah, I got an Amazon Lady D. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Pixel. I wasn't seeing no Head and Shoulders on McDonald's. I can go back and look, but I wasn't seeing a Head and Shoulders. If you talking about down here, then you talking about down here. Appreciate that, Candy. Um, yeah, Pixel. I'm not seeing the Head and Shoulders. Like, all right. Yeah, my temp is this. My camera temperature is hot. I feel like I've given you guys too much sauce today, so I'm about to get up out of here. Um, yeah, just y'all catch me in the group for updates to any of the plays that we got into. We only got into one, but I'm about to get up out of here. I will catch y'all tomorrow, same time. We're gonna come back again. Great news, all of that stuff. More levels, more setups to get these honey buns. All right. I appreciate y'all again. Like this video as much as you can before I hop off. And yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right. Again, 11:30 Monday through Friday, Pacific time, 2:30 Eastern. I'm here. I'm giving levels. I'm giving game. I'm sharing sauce. Everything you need. All right. Not gonna withhold any of that information. I know I'm talking to a black screen right now. I know y'all can't see me right now, but we rocking. All right. I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all. Again, I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right. Remember, invest smart so that you can live free. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.